The president said one would have to conclude that this is, in fact, a great wall built by great people.
In February of 1972, President Nixon made what was an unprecedented trip to China. Since the takeover of the communists, led by Mao Zedong in 1949, the United States had refused to acknowledge the People's Republic of China and its communist regime.
The Chinese people saw pictures of President Nixon meeting Chairman Mao Zedong on their own television screens on Tuesday. Pictures of Chairman Mao are rarely seen in China, but pictures of Mr. Nixon are even rarer.
And no American president had ever traveled to mainland China. In 1971, President Richard Nixon's Secretary of State, Dr. Henry Kissinger, thought it was time to open the door to Communist China, or Red China as it was often called.
Henry Kissinger flew secretly to Peking to talk to the Chinese.
On this exploratory trip in July, Kissinger began laying down the groundwork for a visit by President Nixon. The U.S. had already lifted its trade embargo with mainland China, and that fall, after years of debate, the United Nations admitted Communist China as a member and expelled Taiwan, the Chinese exile government long recognized as China's official representative.
This magnificent banquet marks the end of our stay in the People's Republic of China. We have been here a week. This was the week that changed the world. What we will do in the years ahead to build a bridge across 16,000 miles and 22 years of hostility which have divided us in the past.
The impact of President Nixon's historic journey for peace, as he described it, was enormous. The United States began to develop diplomatic relations with China after ignoring this vast country with its wealth in natural and human resources for almost a quarter century.